Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what else to do for this intro, so whatever. Let's just jump into the review. Hands of Stone stars Édgar Ramírez, Robert De Niro, and Usher. This is about boxer Roberto Duran, who's been boxing since he was a little kid, and then one day, as he's starting to become big, he starts to get trained by Ray Arcel, played by the legendary Robert De Niro, and we learn about Duran's family life, his rising and his falling, and we also deal with, his fights against Sugar Ray Leonard, who is portrayed by the great musician Usher in this movie. Now look, I'm a big fan of boxing movies. Rocky is one of my favorite films of all time, and that's a great boxing movie. Raging Bull was great. The Fighter, Million Dollar Baby, Southpaw last year was good. Creed was amazing. So we've had a kind of a good resurgence in boxing movies lately, and this one looked quite interesting from the trailers. It looked okay. It didn't look like it was going to be anything special. I didn't really know much about Roberto Duran, so I'm going to this movie not really knowing much. I gotta tell you that the movie was just It was whatever. It wasn't bad by any means, but it was kind of bland and generic. It was slow, but that being said, there were some good things about this movie. And let's start with the performances. Édgar Ramírez is great in this movie. He really owned the role of Roberto Duran. Robert De Niro did his best playing Ray Arcel, and I loved the back and forth between Ramírez and De Niro. The boxing sequences are well done for the most part. They're not great by any means, but the last boxing sequence is very well done. The final fight between Duran and Sugar Ray, that was really well done. To be quite honest, this movie wasn't really memorable. I don't really remember much from it. I remember some scenes, mostly with Duran and his wife, who was played by the beautiful chick from War Dogs, and I enjoyed her in this movie as well. She's so cute. She's really adorable, and I can't believe she was in Knock. I almost said Knocked Up. I cannot believe she was in Knock, that Keanu Reeves, Eli Roth movie that came out last year. That was crazy. But yeah, those are my positives. The negatives, like I said before, the movie does drag. The movie felt much longer than it was. The movie, I believe, is 100 minutes. It felt like it was 2.5 hours long. Some of the box sequences, like I said, weren't really well done. There was some shaky cam in this movie that were just, gross. And the movie wasn't really compelling at certain moments, but when it was compelling, it did great. And I'll talk about Usher. He was fine in this movie. He acted like Sugar Ray Leonard sometimes. He had his mannerisms and stuff, but he didn't feel like the right Sugar Ray Leonard to play him in a movie like this. And I felt they should have cast a real Sugar Ray Leonard, because the real Sugar Ray Leonard played himself in The Fighter, if anyone remembers that. But obviously, he's older. He can't play like a 30-year-old version of himself. I'm sure they could have cast someone a little better, but of course they had to cast a musician in this role. But I will say that Usher did not do bad. Overall, Hands of Stone, not really a memorable boxing movie. If you're a fan of Roberto Duran, this is definitely a movie you should check out. It flopped at the box office. I think it only made $2 million opening weekend. Not very good. I don't think this movie cost much to make, but I mean, if you're someone who loves boxing films, definitely consider checking this out on Matinee. It's a man movie. It's nothing terrible, but it's nothing great. I'm going to give Hands of Stone a C. Guys, tell me what you thought of this movie if you saw it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.